this is the time not to be joking about
That I
shit.
feel like a woman shouldn't be the head of a household.
When was America ever great for us? Look your dumb ass in the mirror. Sooner or later, a woman is going to get in.
America's ghetto. We need a hood nigga to run this country.
Hold on. We already got a nigga trying to run for the office. I really do have a problem with black men voting for Trump. I really do.
A lot of countries that don't want to fool with us when he's in office.
But to be quite honest with you, it's a lot of countries that's not going to fool with us with a woman in office, especially a black woman. Black woman. Black woman.
Y'all, welcome back once again. It is Big Stick Energy, and I'm your boy Pop, and we got a lovely week happening right now. Today is Halloween Day, nay, and you dressed as who?
Nay 95, you know what I mean? A real nigga in these streets, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I could be like a 90s R&B hip hop group girl. Just kicking, you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
right.
I came equipped with the lip gloss, you know, the old school lip gloss.
All right, so we're gonna move down. I introduced my co-host, that was Nene. Who we got next to you?
Hey, it's your girl Coco. You already know. You can find me on all social media platforms. It's Coco from Houston. And as you can see, I am, a modified Playboy Bunny, but I didn't want to wear my actual Playboy Bunny outfit.
Okay.
Who we got next to you?
Annie the Beauty on all platforms.
You got to talk louder.
Annie the Beauty on all platforms. THEE.
All right, and last but not least,
Terrence Shanks, Black Votes Matters.
All right. Speaking of Black Votes Matters, so once again, today is Halloween. We got some things going on, everything. You know, we got the game going on also. In about, how many days we got? 6 days? 6 days, life as we know it may change.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
And it depends on what side of history that you're on with this. Now, I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. Grew up with my grandmother. Now, when I was a kid, I used to always see my grandmother walk to the multi-service center. And I would walk with her to go vote. And I never knew what she was going into the booth for until I asked. And I was like, what are you doing? And she would tell me she's voting for the next mayor, president, governor, senator. Whatever it was she was doing, she was voting. My grandmother was born in 1918. So she got a lot of that at that time, especially with Jim Crow. And she got that time of women can't vote, but not only women can't vote, black people just couldn't vote at all. She got that time when they sick dogs on us, when they had the water hoses on us, when they said we was less than men or less than a human. My grandmother went through that time, and she was fought, and she was a part of that whole thing of being not being able to vote. She was a part of that. I make it my duty every time it's time to vote because of the things that my grandparents went through back in the days. And we talking about back in the real days when they didn't give a fuck about us at all, still don't. And that wasn't that long ago. So if we don't, and I don't understand, here's what I'm going to say about this election. I don't understand black men who don't understand what's on this fucking ballot and who is on here and why is on here. I don't know. Am I stupid or crazy? But they are telling you what the fuck is going on right in front of you. They are saying what is going on right in front of you. And as you notice, I didn't say nothing about the sponsors or nothing. We had to get right into this. We got to get right into this because when you heard the things that they said the other night at this rally, and they want to blame it on it's a comedian. This is the time not to be joking about shit. Don't nobody need to be joking about nothing. I don't give a damn. If you see the black comedians go on with Kamala, they don't joke about none of this shit.
Yeah.
They go up there and say what they gotta say to help get those votes. But you got these other people that gets up there with all the rhetoric that they're saying. And when are they gonna talk about it? I never heard this motherfucker talk about an issue at all. Every time somebody asks him about the issue, he talks about her. He couldn't find nothing to talk about her in the beginning because his whole thing was all about Joe. And he could talk about Joe because Joe older and, of course, Joe, slipping. So his whole campaign was talking about Joe. Now when you talk about her, you want to talk about her name, if she's black, if she's whatever she is. My thing is this, I don't give a fuck what she is.
She ain't you, nigga.
All I care about what's right and what's wrong. And when you say some shit about make America great again, when was America ever great for us? When was it great for us? Because I really feel like, honestly, sometimes I feel like we were better segregated.
Absolutely. Here.
And the reason why I say that is, once again, I said that once before on another podcast. I said because at that time we had no choice but to look out for each other. We had our own stores. We had our own businesses. We had our own schools. We had everything on our own. We had our own neighborhoods.
That was the purpose behind integration. They ain't give a damn about us having. They found out that we did not need them to have what they had. And so, the government, or white men, whatever you want to call them, don't do anything without some kind of undermining intention. I'm sorry, call it a conspiracy theory or whatever, but that the sole purpose of that was to basically kill the black community because we were thriving and doing well on our own.
The things that black people did by themselves, like Oscarville, like you have a whole community that was flooded over to create a lake for an area. And then they wonder why things continue to happen. But they every time black people are successful in a unit, they have to find a way to destroy that.
Infrastructure,
Same thing with Central
freeways.
Park. In New York, Central Park used to be a black community.
Right. So the Third Ward, they built 288 through Third Ward.
So also, and we could talk about that, and we could talk about that more only because when she brought that up, I mean, if you really think about it, now think about our music. Where did jazz start from?
The black people.
Where did rock start from?
Black people.
Now look at hip hop. Everything that we create, that we started, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we walk, the things that we do, it's tried to be stolen and taken for. So here's another thing. If you notice, every time we come up with a slang, it's our shit first. But once it gets to mainstream media, it's time to stop saying this shit. Because we don't say lit no more. Because now they saying it on mainstream TV. And we don't say, I remember when Bling Bling came out.
Ooh, have mercy, Lord. Whoa, that shit.
Them motherfuckers took Bling Bling. But I'm just saying our culture and the people that we are and the things that we do. That's saying that Paul Mooney said once before, everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga.
Hey, Shondo. Because even talking about slang, you know what I mean? And, you know, in the black community, it served a significant, it had a cultural significance because that was our way of communicating to each other. You know what I mean? And that was like code. That, you know, slang ain't nothing new, and it wasn't trying to be so much as just being fun. It just happened to be that we're such creative people. Everything that we do is lit. But, you know, it's like, you know, everything that we do, to your point, you know, they take it and they, you know, because even now they're trying to say that, you know, they started calling it Ebonics. And then it was African American something vernacular or whatever. Now it's called AAV. Now they're saying the shit is Gen Z slang. And I said, the fuck? Like the Negro aspect of it has been taken all the way. I don't, you know, like you know what I mean. Like, you know, and at first it was Ebonics was a frowned upon thing. Now you got weathermen doing weather shit with rap lyrics in it. So it's just kind of like once, you know, we do things and then once they, like you say, get out there and people start using it and assimilating into it or whatever, it's no longer ours. We don't even get credit for the things that we created.
This country has they have benefited off the backs
Day one.
of black people. This country, back in the 1800s, whenever they was in the cotton fields during that time, they made so much money in this fucking country off the backs of black people. And I'm trying to understand. So now we got things on the ballot of some states got slavery.
It's on the ballot.
It's on the fucking ballot in 2024, slavery.
Because it's still in their constitutions. They're trying to, some states are trying to vote to keep it in the Constitution. I think it's 7 that have slavery and indentured servitude, and then there's another set of 7 who have indentured servitude, and they're using those as an opportunity to still punish people for crimes. So instead of going to jail, you can become.
But check this out.
slave or
But check
servant.
this out. They already had the 13th Amendment in there. That's a form of slavery for the most part. The 13th Amendment is a form of slavery. You could take a motherfucker to jail and pay them nothing to do all the slave work. Come on, man.
Now you tipping off into the privatization of prisons. That's slavery. That's slavery.
So here's
Guess who's mostly filling those up?
hold on, what you gotta say, Jackie?
And not just speaking on that, I just want to speak from personal experience since you're talking about voting. I just found out that my voting rights were suspended. So Abbott is doing this. I had to do research, call Harris County and all that. But Abbott has something in place. They are mailing or doing mailers or supposed mailers. And if you don't get it, fill it out and return it, they're suspending your voting. So when you go to vote, you can't vote. And so, I mean, my daughter can't even vote right now. So I'm going to be able to vote, but when I called Harris County, they said take 2 forms of ID. I had my passport and my driver's license. And then they said that wasn't even acceptable. Now I have to prove my residency. It's like crazy. Because they said because of fictitious votes, they want to make sure that you're actually real. My daughter registered in Texas Yet they're saying that she's not registered here. She's registered in Indiana. But you can vote for your presidency in any state. She just can't vote local. But they're telling her she can't even vote for presidency here. So it's real major. So a lot of people, I want people to like actually check because people are waiting to the last minute to go vote. And like so, because I didn't wait to the last minute, I actually was able to correct it to vote. But they are actually putting a lot of people in position where they won't take our vote because it's us who that's not as responsible.
And that's one of many black people that's unable to vote for whatever. Well, we know the real reason. We know the real reason why. Because they know we're going to come out in droves like we done once before. Like when Obama went in, we came out in droves. So, well, Mr. Orange Man, as we call him, the celebrity in chief, or wannabe, is already claiming that he's going to win, and he already got people in the uproar of saying if he loses, they stole it again.
Yeah, he's already
Planting seeds.
he's already getting ready, and I think they said in Pennsylvania he's already gearing up to demand a recount. But regardless, win, lose, or draw, whether that man win or if he lose, all hell finna break loose.
We're talking about the same person that went to Fulton County Jail for stealing votes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that right there.
So speaking of that,
She is so right. It doesn't matter who get in office. I agree 100%. It does not matter who get in office. It's gonna be situations.
it's gonna be a shit show.
Because if
For
he
real.
win, they gonna show their ass. If he lose, they definitely gonna show their ass. They gonna show their whole ass.
So here's the thing. I was also. So you know when they tell you it's close, they really want your ass to get out there and vote. Which, for some reason, in my heart, I don't believe that it's really that close. But still go vote.
It's close.
I believe you still need to go vote. And after what happened at the Trump rally, I'm trying to understand, like, who in their fucking right mind would vote for this guy? Like,
These people don't believe. These the same people that don't believe water is wet. Okay, they goofy.
I'm really like, who would vote for this dude?
Well, I have had conversations. I work with Trump supporters, right? And so one of my clients, as well as a few of the customers, I asked the question because I want to understand their logic behind it. And basically, what they said was, yes, he's uncouth. He say the worst things you don't have to worry about. He takes the guessing out. He tell you exactly where he's coming from. He's the most unpresidential president. They say all of that and they acknowledge it. They say as far as a person, he's not a good person. But they was like, as far as business, he's good for business. So when you're pocket watching, so it really, we're going to get to a time where it's going to be just a separation. It's either higher class or lower class. There is no middle class. And so depending on where your finances are, people are more mindful about the money than they are about morality. It's more about money than morals. So they don't care about what he thinking, what can be, they don't care about that. What they care about is my bank account is adding up, and it has added up anytime a Republican is in office. It's not so much him, it's just he's the Republican that's at vote. Because if it was another Republican, it still would be the same way.
Well, here's the thing about it. Before the election, before the nominees, everybody got nominated, I actually truly wanted to hear the Republican side of it. I wanted to see if they could swing me to the right side. Okay, so, but when they came out with him, I'm like, this the same bullshit y'all did 10 years ago. the same.
Yeah, but when he was in office, their finances was not hindered by not a least bit, and so that's what matters most, their bank account. And so it you own. I mean it's a money
And
thing, and they're thinking from the stance of business only.
and I understand that. And like you said, it wasn't even him; it was
Trump,
Congress.
Trump inherited Obama's economy.
Right, yeah. But a few other Republicans, when they voice their opinion to me, their whole stance is, I am totally against same sex marriage and this and that. And so, what Democrats stand for versus what the Republicans stand for, you have some people like Bible Belt states that is totally against it. And so they're not going to switch. It's like, yeah, he may be the worst of it, but I'm not about to agree for two men or two women to get married. So I mean, it's a lot of things like people making their decisions based on, logical reasons.
Now, granted, I don't agree with a lot of things that the Democrats do. I don't agree with a lot of that shit. But like you say, it's about morals. It's about right and wrong. And if you got somebody up there just talking bullshit, why the hell I want, like, that's supposed to be an office of prestige. Not only that, when I tried to become a police officer years ago. I wanted to become a police officer.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they wouldn't let me in because I had a misdemeanor. Yeah, so we talking a lot of years ago when weed was still frowned upon a little bit in the state of Texas. So I tried to become a police officer. And now, when I see a motherfucker who's had how many counts? He's
38.
30
It's
what?
like 36, 38, something like that.
He's indicted on however many counts he's indicted on, running for office, and y'all wouldn't let me be a cop on a misdemeanor?
But he can be president.
But he could be president?
Because when it comes to that office, there's nothing in the black and white that says it can't be.
You know, he don't give a damn about anything because these folks he appointed support him. You know, and so tell me why.
They support him because he got blackmail. Don't nothing go deeper than that. You better
got
believe
what?
it. He got something on them people. He got something on them people. Too much has come out about a lot of the people already. He got something on him. And Trump played it. He played dirty. We know that. So he is one up on them. Cross me if you want to. I got you.
Is it me or do it look like his breath stank? I'm just look like he just
Like he just look like he stank. Like
nah, his wife don't talk. She don't fuck with him. Yeah.
you could tell she be repulsed, but she be like, nigga.
Now, remember Melania just came out for abortion rights.
Oh yeah, she. I wouldn't be surprised she went in the goddamn.
Right, because she like, if I get pregnant by this nigga, I'm not keeping this baby. So, yeah, I
Not
would support
again.
if you could get pregnant by this nigga, you'd support abortion rights too, my G. I'm like, keeping that nigga baby.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if she went in the ballot and voted against him.
Nigga, I'm willing to bet my whole salary next year she did. She don't like that man. She don't like that man. She does not like that
You ain't
man.
never think about that?
Like, you got to think about how, like, when you see her in public, she won't touch him. She
Yeah.
won't come near
Man,
him.
y'all know
like,
these hoes ain't
they
loyal.
don't even, like, conversate in public.
Well, she like his money. She got a son by him, so she good.
She has one kid by
She
him.
do have a kid.
I bet she don't want none of it, because that ain't nothing but a check.
Yeah, she get in the country once she pregnant and get married from him. She get in the
That
country,
was security.
and she's an immigrant. She's an immigrant.
Yeah, like he doesn't like immigrants, but she's definitely an immigrant.
Right.
And his employees, he talk about maintaining our businesses and our jobs in our country, but yet he outsourced all of his all of his companies was outsourced in China and all that
Yeah.
for cheap labor. So it's he talked the talk, he don't walk the walk. But that's just Trump, you know.
I mean, but a lot of black Republicans always talk about how the fact that they like him for business, but at the same time, there's a lot of countries that don't want to fool with us when he's in office.
But to be quite honest with you, it's a lot of countries that's not gonna fool with us with a woman in office, especially a black woman.
I think it's just a woman in general. They don't want
Oh
that
well,
power
yeah.
in office.
I was gonna say I have clients that I've met with that literally from countries. They're from other countries that when I talk to them, if you're doing business, I cannot look at the man in his eyes. I'm talking down like this, literally. But if I want to close the sale and make the money, I have to follow protocol. And you have to know how different people move. You know what I mean? So they not gonna deal with her. Period. That is disrespectful. A woman and me, I am even though I love a woman, especially a black woman, a woman of color, doing her major, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud to see her even run and even qualify for the position. However, I am the type of woman that I feel like a woman shouldn't be the head of a household. I don't feel a woman should be the head of a church. I don't feel a woman should be the head of a country. I feel like it's a man thing. That's just my opinion. However, I'm not saying that I'm not proud of her, but that's just my belief.
So you old school.
I'm
With
very old school.
Old school. Okay.
I mean, I'm old school, new school. I'm a mixture, but yeah, I'm old school. I do.
So here's what I'm gonna say. Y'all do know sooner or later a woman is gonna get in.
Absolutely.
Why not sooner?
We birthed this country. I do believe that we would be qualified to run the country, being that we birthed it.
But it ain't even just that. A lot of these men that have
You can run a
ran the
house, but
country
you can't run a
successfully,
country.
Their woman has been right there behind them, pushing the needle.
Mm-hmm.
So at the same time, but to her point, there is a lot of countries that believe that women should be seen and not heard,
Right.
and that's where we might run into some problems.
But I will say this here. Now she look like the type of lady that don't fuck with her.
She look like she don't give a damn.
She look like
You know, but women have been the backbone of organizations for a long time. The NAACP, you name it. The reason why these organizations exist are because of women. Now, the men are in the front, but behind, that's paying the bills and making the administrative stuff run, are women. You know, so in my opinion, on November 5th, this woman will break the glass ceiling, and she will be the first of many that will be, you know, others that will come behind her also, you know. My mama ran my house. So if she can run my house, she can run the country.
And a lot of these successful organizations that are ran by men, they consult the women that run everything to make sure that things are going to be done a certain way and that things make sense. They always consult their women partners.
I agree. It's not that the women are not competent. I feel that we are the strength and we are the backbone. I'm not saying that. But there is a level of respect. I mean, in the natural, it's just a natural thing. You have a child. I just saw Instagram where this daddy was getting on his son, and literally the child cussed his mother out. Little kid, maybe 7 or 8, cussed his mom out. And the daddy was like, "Don't you ever talk to your mom like, say it to me." And he had fear. Kids cannot be around a father, and the father could just pop on the scene, and they naturally have fear and respect. It's just what it is. And I feel like, yeah, a woman, I feel like Clinton, she was running the office when her husband was in office. The woman do run it. That is the majority of the, women do run it.
I'm gonna say this here. I'm 47 years old. My mama laid up right now. I'm still scared of her. So it's just the fear that my mother put in me, and the respect that I have for her. Well, both my parents.
But your overall consensus, the man has it's a level of respect and dominance that a man is going to carry, and that's why a lot of countries do not respect, or men don't respect the woman.
Well,
I mean, we are always, like she said, in a lot of corporations, women are disrespected in higher positions. I mean, that's where the Me Too movement came from.
Whatever happens on Tuesday, we will be prepared. And one thing I know about black folks, we adjust to anything.
Maybe you think maybe we need a woman?
Yeah, it's time. It's due time. It.
I said maybe do you think we need a woman with all the things that have happened with the men that have been in office over the years? Don't you think maybe it's time to have a woman in office?
I'm saying it's due time. It's even during that time when Obama went in, it was a time. It was time for a black man to go in. Now, I remember back in the 80s when Jesse Jackson tried it, but
I need another candidate like Jay. You know who I'm waiting to vote for?
Who that?
I need Leroy LaShawn Jenkins III, raised by his grandmother, got a mean shoe collection. That's the nigga I can't wait to vote for. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna bring the street savvy, the intellect. Like, like, America's ghetto. We need a hood nigga to run this country.
Hold on. Time out.
You know what I'm saying? We need somebody. We need somebody that's gonna be neat.
Time out.
What?
Hold on. We already got a nigga trying to run for the office.
No. I'm talking about a real ass nigga.
No, he is a real ass nigga.
No. Hear me out.
Ignorant individual.
Get on some G shit with me real quick. Now y'all know when we say I'm not talking about the generalized term of niggas. I'm talking about a nigga like me, a real ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need that. I like that. You know, that just real nigga energy where it's gonna be like I'm not gonna play no games.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I understand both.
Hold on.
So
you talking about? Hold on. So she. So
yeah, I like.
Hold on.
So I understand that.
So
and
you're
I think
talking
that'll
about
work.
like a Marion Barry?
Not a crackhead. Okay. No.
It don't get no realer than that.
No. Because we don't need them stealing from the treasury, right?
That's why I say, hold on.
He done printed out his own stimmy. He done printed out his own stimmy. I ain't talking about one of them kind of niggas.
That's why I say we already got a nigga trying to run.
Yeah, I ain't there. No. I'm talking about,
45.
The real niggas that's in the hood right now buying up the hood.
She talking about Head of the State. Remember the movie Head of the State?
With Chris Rock.
That's what you're talking about right there.
You know what I'm saying? The nigga that's gonna understand that, when money get funny, he gonna know how to flip this shit and make it work. You know what I'm saying? We need that kind of leadership.
But Donald know how to flip money. That's what he do.
No, see, because a lot of his businesses ain't do as well as people thought.
Definitely.
I'm with Pop.
Well, bankruptcy. He had how many? 6 bankruptcies?
Man, listen, right, like
6 bankruptcies. So, yeah, I mean, if you want that to be your businessman.
Not businessman, businessman.
Your businessman. He ain't no businessman. He a businessman.
He ain't a businessman. That nigga's I got the hookup type nigga.
Yeah. So, did everybody vote?
Hell yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Everybody?
Tomorrow.
I voted
Tomorrow?
last Friday.
Oh, I know you got your situation. Yeah. I know you voted already,
last
Terrence. Okay, so yeah, I voted, what was that, Monday, Tuesday, one of them. And, when you come out of that voters booth, you feel like I'm grown now. Like, I done really.
I'm making policy decisions.
Like,
shit.
I be feeling some kind of way because, like you said earlier, like, our people, our ancestors, an ancestor, just somebody passed away before you, have fought for the rights for us to even do that, to even be able to walk up to that damn sidewalk and be around and even do that. Like, they were getting, like you said, dogs sticked on them and hoses down and everything like that, or you just couldn't do it at all. So I'm just proud of that.
So have everybody ever watched the movie Selma?
Not yet, I haven't.
So
I can't watch movies like
basically, that's what that's about. It was the right to vote. Black people didn't have no right to vote. And we talking about the 60s. That was just 50-something years old, 60 years ago. And it wasn't that far ago. So if you ever get a chance, watch that movie, Selma, and it tells you, it shows you everything that they went through just to fucking vote. So think about it. So hold on. So think about it. Only white men could vote. Period.
Not even white women could
Not
vote.
even white women could vote. So just imagine being black and being black as a woman. So that's why I think this is a huge thing also for her to win, because if you go back and think about it, this is not only for women, all women, this is also for black women, women of color, black, brown, whatever. So this is a huge thing, because when we always say, man, if we lived back in those days, man, we wouldn't have did this, would have did. No, you would. You'd have failed your black ass in line and adjusted to the times that time was. Now, if they try to come with that shit, it'd be a whole lot different because now we already out there. Y'all let us loose, sort of say.
I want to say.
And we not going back.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. I want to say that is the very reason, Selma, that is the very reason why I vote. I believe in conspiracy. So I feel like the Smith Rothschilds, the Rockefellers and all that, they run the country.
Yeah.
What's supposed to be is going to be, it's already in place. They created this thing called a democracy to create an illusion as if we really have a choice. Who's going to win this, no matter who go to vote, is still going to win it, right? So that is my belief. However, I vote because people died for me to. And because my people died for me to do it, I do it for them. No other reason than that.
Yeah.
And since we're on the topic of that, one of the things that I need people to understand is it's more than just understanding what's going on with the presidential election. You need to understand what's going on in your local government, because that's what's going to impact your presidential candidates and who's out there voting for you. And we need to understand the policies and things that are going on in front of us while we're voting.
I want to ask a question since you guys voted, and I don't really, I've been swaying trying to understand this HISD thing about the funding. They're saying vote against it, vote for it to update the schools and to bring in the security and things like that. What is your opinion? Because I need to know before I go to the ballot.
I'm for the answer to that right now. So we're talking about HISD. All right. So this is my belief. What HISD are going to do with that money, they're going to go to all the white schools first. Schools like the schools that we went to, we're going to get the crumbs.
Yeah. You're going to get the hand-me-downs from the
We're going to get all the hand-me-downs from that shit. So I got a problem with that. So if they was to tell me, they was to have something to say, hey, this proposition gonna go to black schools, not just HISD, because that means HISD is HISD in whole. So it's gonna go to all the schools in River Oaks, the schools in Bel Air, all them schools, before they go to the schools in 3rd Ward, 5th Ward, Trinity Garden, Cadman Garden, before they go to Acres Homes, before they go to all them schools, they're going to hit all those other schools up first. Now, like I say, once again, if they told me that it's going to go to these particularly black schools, because those are the ones that need the help. These goddamn white schools don't need no help. These kids driving up in BMWs and Mercedes as their car, not their parents' car, their car. So they don't need the help over there. They got parents, booster clubs, and all that other shit that's helping them. That's what I got a problem with the HISD thing. Go ahead.
I mean, and HISD had put in the most uncertified teachers in all of Texas.
Well, we don't want to go up to that part. That uncertified, you saw that.
The funding, they had the most uncertified teachers that were not certified. These are just individuals, 2,300.
Oh, wait.
2,300 individuals that were not certified teachers working in HISD.
Because they
So
were
you're
trying to
talking
fill
about that funding,
positions.
where is it going? Because you're not even hiring individuals who are certified teachers.
And I could have went to go get a teaching job. That was the case.
They did. They was just filling seats because the actual teachers didn't want to. They don't want to do it. People who have certification don't want to do it. So at this point, they just had to make sure they had people to babysit.
No, it's not people that have certification that want to do it. It's people that don't want to fuck with HISD.
It ain't even just that. It's just that now, like back in the day, like teachers, they would go and they'd make copies. Now teachers are at a standpoint on what they can do, and the rest has to come out of their pocket.
That's that. And then you got this disrespectful generation.
Oh, baby,
You
we
got
won't go
folks
there.
who just don't want to work with these kids. They don't want to do it.
No, they don't. And here's the thing. The way the rules have changed for the kids is almost how they changed for black folks.
I don't know about that because everybody's first
No.
day of
Listen-
school pictures.
listen
I'm
to
like,
me.
y'all can wear that to school
What
now?
I mean is how they desegregated us, and now if they try to go back to that, it's gonna be tough to get back to that. Same thing with the corporal punishment and all that. Can't do that shit no more. If you try to go back to anything that what we grew up on, it's gonna be some bullshit.
They couldn't have the rules.
You
that
have
we had.
folks who catching cases because they didn't have kids attack them, and they like, I'm about to kick your tail. You're not about to just hit on me, and then they're catching the case.
Then they're catching the
That's
case.
crap. That's mess. No.
That's why I didn't go into
No,
teaching.
no, it's dangerous now. Any adult that want to
patience
go
to
into the schools to
don't
teach,
either.
it's dangerous for you because you might just lose your license,
So-
your life, and all.
I was
So-
a substitute teacher and almost had to Peter roll somebody. The boy, he walked up on me in class, and I had to politely tell him, listen, I'm not a certified teacher. I'm a sub. So I'm going to do what I know to do to get you up off my ass. I ain't all that restraining and stuff, nigga. I'm finna mollywop you, and we finna get it in.
So I'm gonna say this here before we take a break. So when I went to TSU, I went for physical education. I wanted to be a coach, a PE teacher. But God took that away from me for that very reason, because He know if I was a coach in the school right now,
I
No, you-
Debo
yeah.
somebody's kid.
We be watching you on the news because you done cussed out the whole team.
yeah, I mean, yeah. And so God knew where He wanted me to be, and not in a classroom or not as a coach like I intended to want it to be. So, but yeah. So when we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit more about this voting. We're gonna encourage. Hopefully, we'll get out there real soon. This show will get out soon, so it can encourage people to vote. And we're gonna talk about black men and voting. Black men and Kamala Harris. And I have a problem. I really do have a problem with black men voting for Trump. I really do. And I know some personally. And they just stupid as fuck. But we're gonna come back, man. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all, welcome back. We are back right here, Big Stick Energy, and I want to talk about our sponsors real quick. And Big Stick Energy is sponsored by Brock Brand. Go out and get your Brock Brand right now, brockbrand.com. Good shirts and clothing. The Brock Brand clothing line is available for you right now online. Also brought to you by Quad Houston. Quad Houston, good food, good drinks, good people. Everything is all good right here at Quad Houston. And also the Den Cigar Lounge, which that's where we at right now, enjoying a nice stick. And right now I am smoking, well, they not paying me, so I'm not going to say what I'm smoking, but I'm smoking a good stick right now. And so since my health is, all right, I'm only going to smoke one cigar. That's it during this show. But other than that, we were talking about the implications of this election that's coming up. And before we left off, I talked about stupid motherfucking black men that's voting for the orange guy.
Say it with your chest then.
Stupid motherfuckers voting for Donald Trump that are black.
Yeah.
Period.
Tell them why.
Period, poo.
Tell them why.
Here's my thing. Now, you can say all whatever reasons, business-wise and all that. I'm a businessman my goddamn self. A businessman myself. And I'm in a different tax bracket. So I should be voting for Donald Trump. But guess what? It's morals over money. Because if I got a motherfucker that's talking racist shit that don't really give a damn about me, I'm not voting for you. You don't get my vote. And that shit that happened, at that rally with that comedian and all that, like I said, once again, that ain't the time to be funny. That ain't no time. And then he said some shit about his black friend carving watermelons with him.
How can you be okay with that?
And Puerto Rico's not pulling out.
Like, that was wild.
And it's a garbage island. Say, man, fuck all of them. Because everybody that votes for this motherfucker is part of a cult, I think. It's a fucking cult. MAGA is a cult. Whatever he's doing to brainwash these motherfuckers, he got them. And then, like I say, once again, you got these crazy ass black men that's voting, and some of them are voting for whatever reason they vote for. At the end of the day, you really voting because you don't want to see a woman in there. Now, if they boy do get in, and the shit go left for black folks, look your dumb ass in the mirror and say, some of this is my fault. This is my fault.
Don't come crying to us when that man did something to your bald-headed ass granny, because we don't want to hear.
Well, your grandma can't get her medication?
Well, because she got to be bald-headed or something, because she raised the idiot. I don't know.
When your granny can't get her medication?
Or the medication going up?
Or the medication going up. Whatever it may be that's going to affect the black community, and your ass is black, don't come crying about what happened, because that shit on you. Because for whatever reason you got misogynistic agenda, or you feel like, oh, this woman, a black woman, could never, hey man, honestly, black women have been running shit for a long fucking time. Women of color been running shit for a long
You said it right the first
time. I know what I said, but I'm just saying in general.
I know you're trying to be PC. I feel you.
In general, women of color been running a lot of shit for a long time. And for a motherfucker to say, I'm not voting for her because she's a woman.
You're not voting for your bald-headed ass mama because she a woman.
That's just some asinine shit to me that you would do that. If I was blind and didn't know neither one of them motherfuckers while they talking and listen to them talk, I know I would say, who is this motherfucker? Who is this talking? Why is he talking? And listen to her. Of course, she's a lawyer, so she got a talking background, so she's talk with sense. But I don't, somebody help me out with this, because I don't get it. I don't understand why.
You could be deaf and can just see and look at these niggas and tell who you would want to vote for. Anybody that still do a comb over is lying to themselves, and they damn sure gonna lie to you. You can't trust nobody that won't even do something to their own hair. Like, you lying to yourself.
We talking about the men that will vote for him or wouldn't vote for a woman, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, how would you define man? Because because they have a gender don't make them no man. Because most of the people that would say that they won't vote for that woman, I wouldn't even classify them as men. Those are boys with insecurities.
So and I agree with you on that. So here's what I'm gonna say about it. I'm not even talking about all men. I'm just talking about black men. Listen to me.
Them.
Listen to me. And the reason why I say that, the reason why I'm saying that is because I get it. White man gonna do. I get it. I understand. White men don't want a woman, and damn sure don't want a black woman. The ones that don't. But I'm talking about black men. Period.
And let that statement that I made be for our black so-called men, because they ain't no man. Because a man, a real man, already know what a woman stand for, who we are, and he ain't gonna have no problem supporting a woman. A real man don't have a problem supporting a woman. So,
And like you said, that's some insecurities. That's insecurities. Because if you're a man and you stand on morals, you would look at the difference between what's going on with these two.
As far as my nephew, for example, wants to support Trump, I have no earthly idea. He references this $1,200 check that Trump supposedly gave him, and I'm like, that came from Congress. So I think it's a big lack of understanding about, what's really going on.
It's not a courageous thing that is about what he's about. It is a very, sore loser kind of thing. It's a more of a, I'm not going to take no, and I'm going to do whatever it takes, even if it's a detriment of me kind of thing. So I think you need to do your due diligence and watch that, for real.
I'm going to tell you what I call it. This is what I call it. Have anybody here was a safety patrol when they was a kid and when they was in elementary? A hall monitor of safety patrol?
No, I never did that.
Okay.
I got to do that.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. This gonna sum up Trump right here. So when I was a kid, I was a safety patrol, and I was the captain of the safety patrols. So you get to call the shots, you get to do this, get to do that. You couldn't get in trouble and all that. So what happens is when you get older, as you get older, you got that mindset. If you was never a safety patrol ever, like Donald Trump was, he wasn't a safety patrol ever before. He wasn't a hall monitor. The teacher didn't pick him to watch the class when he was in elementary school, nothing like that. Wasn't the captain or nothing. He wasn't none. He wasn't nothing like that. He was always that motherfucker that got picked on.
Yes, that's true.
He was always that person that got picked on. So $400 million later, which is what his dad gave him to start businesses. Now he can swing his pink nuts around.
That's about all he got anyway, I heard.
He can swing he could. I mean, all right. So anyway, he can do what he want to do. $400 million later. Now going through whatever it is he went through, he losing money, bankruptcy, this and that, and all that. Now he goes into politics to get himself out of fucking trouble.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why he really wanna, and everybody gonna grease his pockets to give him money as a president. And if you don't think Elon Musk gave him a few $1 million.
Elon Musk bought Twitter just to unblock this man.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, if y'all don't think these motherfuckers are not buying votes, you talking about the richest man, one of the richest men in the fucking world that's backing him. Y'all don't think these motherfuckers trying to buy votes, then you sadly mistaken. He got that much money to buy a fucking vote. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, for you coloreds out there, you can give one of these coloreds $1,000 and they go vote for anybody that you want them to. That's how fucked up Negroes are. Nah, not Negroes, coloreds, niggas. That's how fucked up they are. So what I'm saying is, if he don't get in, if it won't surprise me if Elon Musk or whoever is paying people to vote for, and I've heard this already, that they're trying to buy people votes. And a motherfucker can, you can give them any, money can do it, money does everything. Anybody can be bought.
That's the nature of lobbying. That's the nature of lobbying. That's what that's for. I mean, you can be bought. Any politician can be bought.
No,
and
I'm talking about a regular citizen.
Oh, that's true.
A regular fucking citizen that and something happening in Florida with this shit by buying votes.
They setting ballot boxes on fire already.
They setting mailboxes.
Yeah.
On fire.
Some cities have like a ballot box, mailbox. Because I never knew they existed really until I saw
they've
a picture.
been set, a couple of them been set on fire.
And they've been setting those on fire because they know they got ballots.
Go ahead.
That's why everybody should went out and voted early, so you can go in. You know where I voted at today? I voted at Memorial, at a white school. I just driving by and saw it. I went in there. It was a number of white folks. They looked at me. I walked in there like Texas Ranger. I walked in there and voted. But we got to vote. This is the most important vote you have in your life.
Here's my thing about the Trump campaign. When y'all go get black folks, y'all don't get nobody that's relevant. You get these motherfuckers that's not relevant at all. Don't nobody follow none of these motherfuckers no more that y'all go get. You should have ran 20 years ago with these motherfuckers. You go get people who don't nobody fuck with. What black people fuck with Antonio Brown? What black people fuck with Amber Rose? And I seen what his name, Waka Flocka, was voting for Trump. That was 20 years ago when he was. So like all of these black people that they going to go get, they digging up out the dirt.
Trump mad because he couldn't get Beyonce.
I did like that little clip, Beyonce clip, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all seen it?
The whole, you heard the song?
I ain't hear the song.
Oh, yeah, it's a song.
I just heard the clip of it.
Beyonce.
It bop a little bit.
Beyonce.
I couldn't get that shit out of my head for about 3 hours. I heard that shit.
Well, whatever happens, I do hope that we can come together. Because we going to need to.
That's what I'm hoping, kind of, like, maybe, how sometimes some things just have to happen. And maybe this will be, if he gets in the office, maybe this will be that breaking point where it's, we can finally, we'll never be totally united. That's people, period. You know what I mean? But there's a term, utilitarianism. It's the greatest good for the greatest number of people. And if black people can kind of get on that page, we're not going to always agree on everything. But, we got to do a better, I think, job of agreeing to disagree and then being okay with finding like that middle ground, because you can please some of the people all the time and all of the people none of the time. So like people gotta quit being so thick-skulled, you know what I mean, and be able to operate in that gray area, because stuff like that be important to me, like supporting your people and I don't know. I'm very pro-black, and that doesn't make me anti-white. White people are cool. I have a white man's kidney. I'm biracial now.
Let me tell you something. So it's funny. So one of the guys that were in here is a Trump supporter. It wasn't them.
Okay,
It was somebody else.
Okay.
I did it on purpose to make him feel uncomfortable because when the shit happens, if he do get in and some shit go wrong, motherfucker, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at all you niggas.
You're part of the problem.
I ain't gonna say niggas, all you coons. I'm gonna look at all you motherfuckers because y'all knew better.
Y'all was shucking and jiving. Jiving and shucking.
Y'all think this motherfucker give a fuck about you? He don't. He never said anything for the people, about the people.
This is what he thought about black people. He came out with shoes. That's what he's telling you what he think about you.
Oh yeah,
he
the shoes to gain more black votes.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, oh, I know how to speak to you niggas. Boom.
And not only that, he been doing it since the 80s.
That man used to not lease his apartments to black people. Like, what more? I mean, like, I don't care. Listen, y'all can be kumbaya-ish and we shall overcome-ish, but facts are facts. Facts are facts.
And the fucking KKK, all of them motherfuckers voting for him. So that lets you know, and he embraces these motherfuckers because he feel like it is good people on both sides. And he haven't denied them, the Proud Boys, all that shit. He haven't denied none of these racist-ass groups.
But it ain't even just that. Going back to what she was saying when she was talking about his own cabinet, a lot of them have turned against him and some of the things that they've said. But if you go back to an interview that he did in the early 90s where he said if he ever ran for president, he was going to run Republican because they're the stupidest party.
Yeah, he
Yes, he did say that.
He said that.
He said that. He said because he said that Republicans will fall for anything, and he said and they will follow his word, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Because just like we were saying on break, we was like, it seems like when you meet a very devout, diehard Republican, it's like they find something within that party to latch on to, and that's like their focal point. They don't really be caring about all the other stuff. It's just like if you're against gay marriage and you hear that that's the party that's against gay marriage, then, you know, that's where their loyalty lie. They fall into that, you know, they find that one thing and they hold on to it. They be stuck on one. It's like
my nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck that border. People gonna come across this motherfucker regardless.
And Trump didn't even finish in the 4 years that he was here, and this shit isn't even halfway done.
It ain't
Hey,
even
man.
about.
If you put a wall up, they gonna go under the motherfucker.
Look,
It's
ain't
already
if
tunnels.
you've-
It's
if
tunnels
you've ever
throughout
watched
that
the
motherfucker.
Coyote documentary, they're gonna find a way.
They're
around
gonna
it.
find a
Find a
way.
way.
So all that shit about the border, hey man, you gotta. That's a bullshit ass excuse. Go ahead, Jackie.
And I mean no disrespect by the statement, but I feel like we give so much attention to him and all the stupidity behind it. I want to focus on what my sister said. I just wanted to reiterate that because I am pro-black. That don't mean I'm anti-white, but I am pro-black. I believe in recycling my dollars within my community. I look for restaurants that's black-owned to go to and purchase. It seemed like
Quad Houston?
Absolutely like Quad Houston.
I just had to plug that.
Now I have to say that it seems like and I understand it because being an entrepreneur, I owned a bakery for 17 years. We tend to have to charge more. So sometimes it's out of the league of some of our people that can't afford it. But I purpose myself. I try to shop black clothes. I mean, no matter what, I be looking for black gas stations. I try to find like online black directories for everything there is. My black doctors, everything. So I feel like we need to take more emphasis and put it on coming together and supporting our own. We give a lot of time to a lot of crap. And I just think like when you brought that out, I just thought that was really important to highlight. Because if we recycled our dollars within our community, we can be a stronger. I mean, if you look at Black Wall Street, when they burnt it down, that's what they did. They came together.
I'm gonna say something on that point. Years ago, I went to the Galleria.
Watch it. Be careful.
Edit that out, man.
Be
Edit
careful.
that out.
Be careful.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
So years ago, I went to the Galleria, and Um, we went into the Gucci store. Not for me, because I don't buy this shit. So we're in there, and I'm looking around the store, and it's nothing but us in there. And you know, if you ever been in the Gucci store, ain't shit cheap in there. Ain't a motherfucking thing. The keychain is $100, $200, easy. And so I'm in the fucking Gucci store, and I'm looking, and I'm just thinking like, God damn, we making this motherfucker even richer because we want Gucci. This just some materialistic shit with a fucking G on it, and we think we doing something. It was a gift. No, I didn't pay for it. It was a gift.
All the Gucci I own were gifts.
We gonna go back to
Same
slavery when you had the field niggas and you had the house niggas. And it's all about people wanting to be accepted, wanting to appear to be. Black people always been fighting for the attention, the wanting to be, this. And so it's a mindset, and Willie Lynch talk about it. Willie Lynch said it. And if we were to go back to the Willie Lynch letter, man.
It teaches you how to separate niggas.
It's a real
They
indoctrination.
knew how to separate the light skin from the dark skin. And to this day, I know me and my partners, we sitting here, we joke about light skin, dark skin, oh, you all light skin ass and blah, 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 dark skin, whatever. But that shit is really real.
Colorism.
That shit is really real. Go ahead.
It's not even just that. It goes beyond that. It's about how the government goes into the black communities. Think about when you drive through a black community, you're going to see liquor stores. You're going to see corner stores. You're going to see fast food. You're going to
Churches.
see things. You're going to see all of these things that are poisonous to us. But they exactly. And these are the things that they're pouring into the black community. If you turn around and you go down these white neighborhoods, you're not gonna see all that fast food. You're not gonna see liquor stores. You're not gonna see all them corner stores.
You're definitely gonna see a Chick-fil-A.
You might see a Chick-fil-A, but they're definitely pouring in because they're wanting you to spend your money, and two, they're also putting that poison back into the community.
I was gonna say about if you do your research about the black dollar, our dollar does not even stay in circulation with the black community more than what's the statistic? It's like 1 minute or 1 hour, something like that. And other cultures and other races, their dollar stays into their community up to like 30 days. Like they don't even go outside of their community. So Indian people, Asian people, all that stuff.
So we talked about that one time with the Asian community. If you go down Bel Air, it's all and the motherfuckers on it, and they don't even leave the neighborhood.
And even just that, a lot of them get specialized loans, and then when their time period is up, they'll pass it to another person in their family to get re-up that loan.
Yeah.
This is a question I got to the sisters. Now, when I came out of high school, there was no weave, there was no eyelashes, there was no BBL. It was just Thelma from Good Times. She was just naturally fine. So when did you sisters decide I got to get? I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. This is a legitimate question.
We got you.
It's a legitimate question.
Right. That's a societal.
That's the European beauty standard, and
No.
okay. Now we got to go back in the history lesson.
Well, educate me because I'm old school.
When the black man stopped looking at the black woman, and the black woman wanted to get the attention of the black man. So maybe you didn't. That's also workplace.
And then corporate America, kinky hair was not accepted, so straight hair was accepted. That's why certain beauty standards. That's why everybody want to bust down. That's why everybody want weave, because it became a part where kinky hair, braids, those things were not accepted in the corporate America.
And stop naming your kids Shaniqua. I'm sorry, I was just thinking out loud.
Yes, get these babies names that can go on job applications.
Yeah, gotta go on job application. Oh, it's very unique. Motherfucker, I want a job.
No, but you should
Go
be
ahead.
hired based on your qualifications. Damn your name.
Yeah,
But
but
you
you
know
know,
that's not
but you
gonna
already
happen.
know people. They first thing they
Well,
do,
and
they
need to
looking
get
at
out of
them.
that shit.
Yeah, but
Period.
but
They need to
okay,
get out
I
of
understand that shit. But what I'm
'Cause
saying,
if I'm qualified, damn it, I'm qualified.
LaJohn J is not gonna stand up and run a corporation.
You don't know that.
That's what
Shit.
corporate America said, not
What?
me.
What?
It's
No,
L.
I,
John.
trust
L.
me.
John.
Please believe me when I tell you, I understand all of that which you speak, because I was past. You know, okay. You know what? I have a master's degree. I had a job, and I just had some bullshit just happen recently. But I had a job where I went in up under this other lady who I had the same credentials as. When it came time to give me that job on a full-time basis, I did not find out that they were not going to consider me for the job until I didn't see it on the calendar that I managed. Okay? So trust me, name and all that be damned, you could get in there and they still will shit on you.
all right, check this out.
Starts
Check
from
this out.
birth.
All right, check this out. Well, all right, we're getting ready to wrap up. I'm gonna go around the room. Speak your piece. You got 30 seconds. Just blurt it out on how you feel about this election and what you think. I thought one of y'all was gonna say, "Come on, let's go."
I'm just gonna pray. That's all I got. God,
I-
you know, God be for us all. That's all. I don't, because I don't. I mean, I can't even believe it's happening. You know, so we just gonna see, nigga. We gonna see.
What you got, Coco?
All I have to say is it is early voting. If this video comes out before, y'all get out there and vote. It don't matter. Just go and vote. It matters. You know what I'm saying? So I already voted early. Do your due diligence. And like I said, go ahead and watch that documentary on Trump and Kamala. Do your due diligence and vote, basically. That's it.
All right,
I think this election is going to be the choice of the lesser of two evils. And so,
Agreed.
you know, not saying that one is worse. Well, I am saying one is worse than the other. But I think at the end of the day, America might need to be single for a half a term, maybe 2 years. We go pick an old president who did a damn good job, and you let him sit in for 2 years. I think we could be single for a little bit, but we know that's not going to happen. So go vote early, and also make sure you do your due diligence on your local policies. So then that way you can vote correctly.
All right, let's go to the back. Terrence.
One thing we can't do is we can't learn everything in 60 seconds. Okay? So in my opinion, I believe Kamala is going to win this election by a landslide. Turn the TV off. Go vote. Take your frustration out on the ballot. Go home and go on about your routine, you know? Don't let this put you in a coma because you feel like your vote has not made a difference. It has.
I feel like we are in perilous times, and it's bigger than what everybody see. And if you don't know Jesus, you better get to meet him, because you're going to need him.
I'm just gonna say this here. I've worked on 6 different jobs, and there was a female that was ahead of me that was a supervisor. I never had no problems. They made good decisions, and they always had your back. Now when you fucked up, they gonna call you out. But that's the same as your mom did. When you fucked up, she gonna call you out, but she still loved you. This white man he don't care about you at all. That's just my opinion.
All right. So I'm going to close it out, and this is what I'm going to have to say. This is what I'm going to say about this. I spoke to y'all earlier, told y'all one of the biggest reasons why I do vote because of my grandmother, Miss Clarice Haskett. When I used to see her walking down those streets, every time voting came, she was walking up and down the streets to go vote. And she explained to me the times when they couldn't vote and the rights that they wanted to vote and everything that they went through. So it means a lot to me to do it, to go out and vote, because it was a woman that taught me how to vote and I should vote, and taught me the background of everything that's happening with us as a black people. So yeah, if this video do good out on time, I encourage everybody to go out and vote morals. Vote for morals and not money. Because if you got morals, you'll get the money. And that's all we got. And that's all I'm asking people to do is to vote and vote for morals. Because we know that this man doesn't have any and don't give a fuck and don't care about nothing but himself. He never said anything about what he's going to do for the American people. So whatever happens Tuesday, I know as black people, we will adjust whatever way it goes. We will adjust. We will make the best of whatever it is that's going to happen. And, you know, like you said, I pray that, hey, something does happen that we do unite, because we are the United States of America, not the divided States of America. And right now, that's what we're looking like. But other than that, man, I want to thank everybody on the panel. I know we got into some serious shit. It wasn't too many jokes that was said by Nate. Nate was really serious today, because when it comes to this. But, man, I want to thank everybody once again for being on this panel. And I know we started a little later than we normally do, but, we had to get everything together. And we're making it a new routine now with our new crew. And also, I want to say thanks to our old crew that was doing the videos. Thank you, guys. I appreciate everything you guys have done to be a part of Big Stick Energy and starting Big Stick Energy and getting it to where it's at. We understand business. We understand, the ins and outs of it. It's nothing personal of what happened. It's all business, and I thank you guys for doing what you're doing and making it to where it was and handing out the baton to our new crew. So once again, I thank y'all for being on it, and also thank for the audience for paying attention to what's going on and what we've been talking about. And when we're gonna get the little people on here? I
did good this time.
I didn't say.
He said it right. He didn't use the M word.
Wait a minute, you got little people?
He didn't use the M word.
You got little people?
We're gonna have a show with number little people. Oh, Lord. And they're gonna sit in the chairs with their feet hanging. Oh my God. Right. I just playing. All right. Oh, thank y'all once again. Once again, go to Big Stick Energy. HTX on IG. Go to Big Stick Energy Podcast. Go and subscribe to our podcast. Thanks to Brock Brand. Thanks to Quar Houston. Thanks to the Den Cigar Lounge. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Once again, it's your boy Pop. I'm signing off. I got the big stick and all the energy.